Hey everybody, let me show you what I got going on here today. I got this Lenovo Yoga C740 and it has a rattling noise in one of the fans. So luckily, you could see there it's a dual fan setup, and this fan right here is the one that's rattling, making noise. It takes a while after it gets hot. It starts rattling and making all kinds of sounds. But the interesting part is, for whatever reason, these fans, if you look them up on eBay for sale, they're like $180. This is not the first call or device that comes in with this. Actually, I had a customer call on one, and when I looked up the part, you know, that was kind of crazy. I've never seen a fan at that price. Those fans cost, you know, I mean, if it's the fan itself, you can get them $20, $30, $40, let's say $50. Let's say with the heatsink, $60, $80. But not $200 and, you know, something dollars. It's kind of crazy. So the lucky part here is that it's a dual fan. So what I'm gonna do, what I recommended to that customer is, you know, keep an open search on eBay, and one pops up for $50, $60, $70, you know, replace it. In the meantime, since it's dual fan and the connections are separate, just disconnect one of the fans, and you know, it'll still perform. You might not be able to max it out, you know, all the cores, but you know, still should perform on a normal basis. So this one that I have here is an actual, you know, actual customer that actually brought it in, and I explained all that in advance since I already had another, you know, customer call about it. So that's what I did here. Let me show you. If you look here, is the disconnected fan, and then the other one. You got that one. You got two fan connectors. I disconnected this one. I'll put a little tape over it. And you can see the other one's not spinning, but that's because it's just idling. But I already did the testing on it. I ran it overnight, running videos. And then I just ran some updates and different things today, just to see what kind of temperatures it gets. So if you look here, this is core temp. I also installed this on the customer so they could, you know, kind of see the temperatures regularly and make sure everything's fine. But you can see there the maximum temperature it hit was 74, and the idle is under 50. Granted, there's no load, but even if we were running some load, you know, the 74 was the max. Running a couple, I ran two browsers with videos running at the same time. So let's just do that real quick, see if I can do that while holding this. Just so you can see. Okay, well, actually we are running a video there. So we're running that, and then let's run both of these. So, you know, running two browsers, two videos, and we'll see what. Yeah, there's, you know, very little activity there, 20%. So 50 some degrees. You can see, you know, the fan is going to be spinning now, you know, that we're doing some activity there. So I think, you know, we're going to be fine. Put a little tape on that. Now, if you want to see a little test, we can run a real stress on it. Let's see how that works. So, I mean, if we run a real stress, it is going to go up. We're going to run this little app you can run to stress a computer. It's called Stress My PC. So let's give that a little twirl. You know, that's going to bring the CPU's, probably two of the cores, up to 100%. Stress My PC. So you're going to be able to look there. You're going to see that climb up. You see the load. You see the 4 cores. So the first 2 cores are at 100%. And that temperature will begin to increase. Well, not so much so far. It's cool in here. It's 74, 75 degrees. That's interesting. It's barely budging. Yeah, it's barely budging from those numbers there. These CPUs, I've seen that they get these spikes, you know, like maybe at 74, those 70s, you know, probably wasn't running at the full 70, but they have these little spikes. These fans turn on and off. So maybe the fan turned off and then it spiked up and immediately turned on. And this will tell you that TJ max right there, 100 Celsius, that's the max. If it hits that, you know, it should be turning off. So what I'm surprised here with those two CPUs running at 100%, this thing is still not hitting even 50 degrees. You know, which is good for the customer. And though I'm going to leave that that 53 right down there, so customer could just, you know, see how that's going. I'm going to open and close CoreTemp and see if maybe something strange happened here. It should definitely be, let's run it again. It should be over 50. It's got to hit 70, 80, even, maybe even more. No, yeah, that temperature's accurate. We're going to hit 60 degrees maybe. Yeah, so, you know, we're going to be good to go. So even stressing out two of the cores at 100%, you know, we still got good temperature. So that's a resolution. I'm not saying necessarily a full fix, but it is a resolution.